This meditation is called a connection meditation and is helpful when you find yourself comparing and measuring up to others in your world. It essentially is a meditation of acceptance and connection. Start by finding a seat that will honor your wellness, whether you're laying down or seated in a chair or perhaps seated on the floor. And taking the first few moments to check in and settle into your posture and bring awareness to your mind and body. Notice your posture, right from the tailbone up to the crown of the head. And also noticing the placement of the head over the spine. Acknowledge how you are feeling right now and allow whatever comes to you to just be there. Let's gently shift our mind to our breathing and becoming aware of the breath as it moves in and out. There is no need to manipulate the breath in any way, just breathing in and breathing out. If you find that your connection to your breath is difficult or that the mind is wandering, simply acknowledge the wandering mind and bring it back to the breath. You might even say to yourself, I am breathing in and I am breathing out. Or even as you breathe in, saying the word in, and as you breathe out, saying the word out. And not manipulating your breath in any way, just allowing it to be natural, without any control, noticing that the breath is just always here. There's no need to do anything or to make anything happen. It is present, and it is a gift. Now shifting your attention to where you are seated or where you might be lying down. And begin to feel the connection of your body to the surface that you're on. You might feel sensations of weight or heaviness. You might feel that your body is imprinted into the space that it is on, as if you were lying or seated in sand. Just this gentle impression that your body makes with the earth as you connect to it. And if we take this connection one step further, we can also reflect on how our connection is not just to the surface that it's on, but to the surface and the building perhaps that you are in and its connection to the earth farther below. And in this way, just expanding our awareness to our greater connection to the world. You are a body and you are breathing and you are connected to a surface that's also connected to something. And just feeling the stability and the earth below you and sensing that you are being held by the earth. You are in a safe space and you are breathing with ease. And as you sense into the earth and the connection and the stability that you are aware of, allow these qualities and thoughts and experiences to embrace you. There is nothing more you need to do. There is nowhere to go except for being here now. And even just shifting your mind now to your heart of kindness, and especially the kindness to yourself, and allowing the kindness that you sense in your heart to flow through other areas of the body. You may consider a time where you were kind to someone else. Or perhaps you've heard a loved one or a friend say, "That was really kind." And if thinking about yourself in this way as a kind human being is difficult, then perhaps thinking of yourself as a small child and that kind and generous heart that you had when you were younger. And allowing that field of kindness to emerge within you, to connect to the other parts of you that might be feeling uneasy during this meditation, or fidgety, or unable to hold your attention, which is very common. And just using this sense of kindness towards yourself as a way to draw you back to the present moment. Now, recall a time where you remember being cared for, a caring moment where someone extended care to you, or even a time where you witnessed another caring for another person. It might have been a moment that makes you happy to recall or feels deeply positive. A moment when someone was radiating kindness and care towards you. A moment that helped you see your deep worth, or you noticed that you were deeply listened to, or somebody was cheering you on, or taking joy in you, or even wishing you well. And if it is difficult to find a caring moment, then knowing that you can also evoke a moment of gratitude, a benefactor, someone that you are thankful for, and using this as your moment of care. And as you recall this moment of care, either with someone that you know or someone that you're grateful for, begin to focus on this as if it was happening right now. Just that it isn't a distant memory, but it is a moment that you can recall as if it was occurring right now. And relax into this felt sense, this steeping of love and tenderness. And just noticing these loving qualities and these tender qualities as it moves into your whole mind and body. as if every part of you is loved, unconditionally loved. And allow the recall of this caring moment, this field of care, to envelope you, to surround you, to fill you up as you now begin to think upon someone in your life that you have noticed that you often compare yourself to. Someone you find yourself measuring up against. It could be just a moment where you notice, oh, I realized I thought this way about myself as I saw this person's qualities come through. Or it could be something that occurs regularly for you. So whether it's a fleeting moment or many moments of comparison, perhaps it's one person in particular or many people that have similar qualities that you compare to. Just noticing and also noticing how it makes you feel. Perhaps you label these feelings as guilt or being less than or not enough or incapable or unsuccessful. Just notice how you feel when you compare yourself to somebody else. And also notice how your body is responding to these feelings. Where is this feeling showing up in your body? And not striving too hard to find it, just noticing what is here right now. And remembering to at any time you can evoke that field of care, that moment of care that we recalled a little earlier. And imagine that this field of care is all around you as you're considering the experience of comparing yourself to someone else and the feelings that go along with this. Not just in the mind and in the emotions, but in the body. Now shift your attention to this reflection of comparison and ask yourself, what if I was to look at this person as having traits or qualities or behaviors that I admire? What if instead of comparing myself to them and feeling less than, that I noticed my admiration? That this is a person that I recognize as having qualities that I respect and admire. And just for a moment, you might even want to label some of those things that you respect and admire about them. I admire this about you. I see that you're really good at this. And as you reflect on this admiration, notice how your feelings start to shift and how your body also responds to this shift. So instead of looking at this person and feeling less than because you don't feel like you're measuring up to the standard that you're holding them to and that you're holding ultimately yourself to, but instead you're seeing what you admire about them. And notice what happens when we show admiration instead of jealousy, instead of comparison. When we begin to connect with this other human being that is also a human being and see that this connection of admiration is life-giving. And allowing this moment of admiration to just move into your body now in a way that is similar to your field of care, just seeing where it shows up. And alongside it, noticing also the kindness within your heart that you experienced at the beginning of the meditation. There's no need to judge. We can accept ourselves for just who we are. All of our flaws, all of the good and wonderful things about us, but the whole part of us we can just love unconditionally. We can accept ourselves even in our flaws. We can extend care to ourselves just like that person that you've thought about in your field of care. We can do that for ourselves. So now as we close, return your attention to your breath. Just noticing your breathing, the coming and going of the breath. Maybe repeating to yourself, I am breathing in. I am breathing out. Notice the connection to the earth, to your body, and to this experience right now, just as you are in this moment. And before you open your eyes, thinking about one gift you received today during this meditation, one gift you will recall and take with you. And then just take an intentional long breath in, and then a long breath out.